Welcome to day 2. I pray that you all heard yesterday and were a little bit intrigued and wanted to know more and want to know more. Um, so this is day two. And of course, I'm going to start off with an opening question. What chapters of your life did God have to rewrite or is in the process of rewriting? Because I know that we all have things that we wish we could get a redo over, even the things that were not of our own doing. Life just be lifing, and sometimes we all have to have a redo. Yeah, yeah. I'm just out here with the kiddos, and I'm just gonna do the reading here. Today, I want to read from the purpose of this book, what the actual purpose of me writing this book was. Okay? What a surprise. The year 2020 proved to be a year of testing, trials, tears, fasting, praying, shame, depression, rejection, and relentlessly seeking God. And y'all, I'm not talking about COVID-19. Please understand, I did not write this book because I have all the answers. Sorry, I have all the answers. I wrote it because I survived the questions. For years, I believed that obedience guaranteed a positive outcome, that faith, if done correctly, would protect me from loss. I learned instead that obedience guarantees presence, not control. Please be clear. This book is not a self-help book. It's not a special game plan or a how-to guide for saving your marriage. It is not a testimony of a miracle that arrived on my timeline. This wind is winning. And it's not an argument for or against standing. This is a witness of what happens when a woman gives God everything and still must grieve what she hoped he would restore. I wrote this book for the woman who is tired of being told to believe harder, pray longer, or wait quieter. For the woman who stayed faithful and still lost. If you're standing in uncertainty, this book is not here to rush you. It is here to sit with you. God is not offended by your grief. He is near to the brokenhearted, and he wastes nothing. This book was born during a time and a season in my life when all hell was breaking loose in my marriage. It has been a little over 5 years now. 5, the number of grace. And I am healed and ready to help those who may find themselves in the fight of their life, not just for their marriage, but for themselves. There is no real structure to the contents on the following pages. What you will find instead are scriptures, prayers, decrees, declarations, and real excerpts from the journal I kept while walking through what I once believed was a fairy tale. But it turns out it was the most crucial part in my journey of immersion. So within the following pages, you will encounter the prayers that I prayed for my husband and for my marriage, the declarations I decreed, the hopelessness I sometimes felt, to include the times when I stood in my God-given authority and actually waged war. Just know, if you are on a similar journey now, please hear me clearly. This is not the end. There is hope, and although my marriage did not end in restoration of the union, it led to the restoration of me. God was with me through it all. He would not let me give up. He told me to stand, and His grace proved to be more than sufficient. So I would say to you today that if you are standing for anything, not just your marriage, but just a hope and a belief and a promise that God has given you, stand and yet stand again. For God's grace is surely, surely sufficient. And I want to leave you with this question. What version of yourself did you have to say goodbye to in order to become who you are today? Or are you still holding on to that old version because you are afraid to start a new chapter? Think about it. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Gigi gone.